Hello and good morning, everyone. It is Donna Gray here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the scenic rim in Queensland. I'm a little tiny bit late, but oh my God, it has been one of those wonderful mornings. My hair's looking a little bit wild. I just looked in the video here and I'm thinking it's everywhere. But I've had such an exciting 24 hours, and I have a little bit of news that I want to share with you. And I've got a little bit of a special for maybe the special someone that might be able to do the job that I want you to do. But anyway, I am here with another awesome Fun Fold card today. So this is part 3 of my Fun Fold series. My name is Donna Gray and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the scenic rim in Queensland. I come live to you 5 days a week, Monday through to Friday, unless I have a class on. So I'm super excited to be here crafting with you. And I love doing fun series of things to help you. These are free crafting sessions. So, I mean, I'm here to help you with your crafting. And Siobhan, I'm so glad you are on here because you need to listen, because you are an integral part of something that I noticed last night. Anyway, I will wait until a few people get on because I've got this little surprise and I've got an offering out there for someone that places an order. So there's a special thing that's going to happen. All right. So welcome to everybody jumping on. I'm so glad to see you. Theo's roaming around. We had a doozy of a storm last night. I can tell you, we have never had so much rain in one go. I have been looking on Facebook this morning on our Bowie Whispers pages and stuff like that. And so many people, Janelle, how did you go with the rain last night? Like, oh my Lord, I went to bingo last night. So I had a bit of fun last night, went to bingo last night. And when I go to bingo, I always put like $5 through the poker machines while Lucy's waiting for her toasted sandwich to get made. And it's just something that I've started doing. And it's just a fun little thing. $5, I can afford to lose $5. If I win, I win. If I don't, then it's only $5 that I've lost. So to start the night off last night, we decided that we are going to go to bingo. So we went up there. I actually had like a $20 credit on my card. So I didn't even put $5 into the machine because I had this $20 credit on my card of something that I'd won probably the last time that I was there. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I decided that I would play $5 that I had of this credit on my card. Well, the machine just kept paying and paying. The first jackpot that I won was $55. I ended up getting up to, I think it was about $123 or $124 on the machine. So I said to Lucy, well, I'll work it down to 120 and I'll stop at the 120. And there's no more better story. I mean, it took me ages to get to the 120 because it kept giving me another dollar or another $2, and I kept the features on this machine. Like I won. The one free feature was 8 free games. I won that probably 5 or 6 times. The next free feature is where you win this feature and the train goes across and you get all these spins. And if you keep getting these emblems, they give you 3 more spins. And if you get another emblem, they give you 3 more spins. And you're supposed to fill up this whole grid. Well, I did that, I reckon, 6 or 7 times. And out of that, like, you end up getting... Anyway, and so the night started off really well. So then I thought to myself when I went to bingo, oh, I'll have a bit of a splurge on bingo. Nothing happened there. So I should have just stuck to my normal getting one of everything. I was a bit devastated about that, but it is what it is. And it's all in the name of fun. But we had a really, really good night. And then we drove home. And as we're driving home, there was this massive lightning show happening. And Lucy was saying, oh, there's a storm out there. And I said, yeah, that's a bit crazy, and anyway, we just got home. Like I physically would have walked in the door, got changed and sat down, and physically it started bucketing down rain. And I looked on the local page that we have here and it said severe storm warning issued at 9:30 p.m. last night. And I'm like, oh. Anyway, I looked at the bomb radar and oh my Lord, there was like a massive storm that was coming. And I have never heard such heavy torrential rain. Someone said that they got 103 mils last night. here in Beaudesert. 103 mils in one night in Beaudesert. So, and I was looking this morning at all these videos of everyone showing waterfalls in their backyards, and some people had where they've had earthworks that have been done up behind their place. Sadly, water rushed down and muddy water went into one home. Apparently, it flooded one home. All these other people had this muddy water running into their backyards, which, I mean, there's some devastating things that I've seen on our local pages this morning. So I was laying in bed and I thought, oh, maybe I should go and check outside and make sure my house is all right. But I went for a walk around the backyard, went for a walk around the front. Everything's fine. Went for a look in the craft studio to see if I had water leaking anywhere there, and it was all okay. So I was like, no, I'm fine. But one person actually even showed the water going down their grate. Like, we have these, the way these houses are built, we have drainage that is all in our backyards. Thank the Lord that we have that. We have drainage that's all in the backyard. And one fella was showing where the water was going into his drain. It had popped the grid off the top of his drain, and the grid was spinning round and round with the whirlpool of water that was going down this drain. So he said the pressure was so much that it popped the grid off the drain, and was you had a tree fall across the road, Matthew. Yeah. So it was a pretty weird, nasty storm. But anyway, I survived, so everything was good. So when I went for a walk outside, everything was okay. So I was like, not too bad. So but anyway, so after I'd had the little bit of a win on the poker machines, I took out, like, I got down to $120. I took out 100 and left the other 20 on my card. And I thought, and out of it all, I was like playing like not with my money, like it was winnings from before. So I didn't actually have to fork any money out. So I was quite happy about that. And then you all know I work very hard with my Stampin' Up business, and I have to put the disclaimer out there that 0.1% of Stampin' Up demos reach or achieve the levels that we achieve. And you all know that I earn an incentive trip every year, and I am so close to earning Alaska for next year. And I mean, like, I am so close that I am telling you, it will probably take one order to get these free card kits. It will probably take one order to get me over the line. So I'm just going to pop up my shop code here. Now, for this week, with this special that I'm doing, for anyone that places an order of $150 or more, using my host code, so scanning that QR code there, or using the shop link in the description of the video, you will earn a free kit to make the 5 gorgeous fun folds that I'm going to make this week. So this was one. So that was day 1. We made this one. Day 2, was this one. I'm going to do a different version of this one today. You know how I said I wanted to do the tall, narrow version? I've got that today for you. Okay. I'm going to tell you. So for the person that actually places the order that gets me over the line to earn the Alaska incentive trip, I'm going to give a free bundle away. The free bundle is going to be the birthday celebration stamps and dies. I am going to give this bundle to the person that places the order with me that will actually take me over the line. So I'm telling you that probably someone that's going to place a qualifying order to get the free kits this week, you will probably be the person that will win this bundle, okay? Because I'm telling you, I'm nearly positive it will be the next person that orders with me. So make sure you scan that code. And honestly, there's going to be a replay of this video. So if you want to be the person that's the lucky person that's going to win this bundle, it's a stamp and die set. Now, honestly, it's worth, I think, around $100. I can't even remember how much it's worth. Let me look up and see how much it's worth so I can give you the full details of how much it's worth. Where are we? Let me just check and see. And I will tell you exactly, what's it called? Birthday celebration. So for the lucky person that actually places the order that gets me over the line, I'm going to, it's so 72.25. It's got the dies that go with it, 72.25. That's how much it's worth. So I am willing to give the person that actually places the order that gets me over the line, I'm willing to send that to you absolutely free of charge. That's actually going to be what your prize is. So as I said, we've done this fun fold here. We've done this fun fold here. We've got another great fun fold this morning. So you just need to scan that QR code there, or you need to use the link that's down in the description. I know, Nancy. I am so excited because Alaska was one of the trips that I really, really wanted to go on. And when they announced it at our incentive trip in Mexico, I was sitting in the room and I'm saying, my daughter was sitting beside me and I'm like, please let it be Alaska. Please let it be Alaska. And I was like wishing for it to be Alaska. And honestly, that's what came up was Alaska. And I was like over the moon. I was so excited. Now, the next trip that she would like would be the Greek Isles. Has anyone seen what's going on in Santorini with the earthquakes? They've had over 300 earthquakes in a 24-hour period, which is amazing. And they had another one that was expected to be on the way. And I actually said to my daughter, let's hope that Santorini is okay in this, because we don't want Santorini falling into the ocean. So yeah, I'm hoping that everything is okay. I haven't had any updates. I haven't looked lately, but anyway, thank you. So now I just want to tell you, any of my team members, Siobhan, you were on here this morning now, and Colleen, you were another person that really instigated this. So at the beginning of this month, I had quite a few points to go, and Colleen actually promoted to Bronze Elite, which actually helped me earn some points for the incentive trip. So thank you, Colleen. So Colleen is a new team member of mine, and she actually became a qualified recruit and earned the 3-month quick start, which is awesome. She's got a 50 CSV product voucher sitting. Well, it will be waiting for her at the beginning of next month. And Siobhan placed an order yesterday that actually promoted her to silver. And so that actually gave me some points, because I didn't think I was going to earn the trip this month. I thought it was going to have to be next month, because I was thinking if I have to do it on sales alone, there's no way I'm going to do it. But anyway, if you are the person that actually scans that QR code and places an order, run right now. Go and place your order right now, because if I get off this video and I see that I've got an order in there that has put me over the line, you are going to earn yourself this free bundle. So birthday celebration. So it's absolutely a gorgeous bundle. It's a fantastic bundle to have for birthdays. So that's what I'm doing. So that's my free offer, but it's for the person that actually places that order and gets me over the line. Okay. Not to mention, it doesn't matter even with that. If you place an order for $150 or more during this week up until the 18th of February, you will earn yourself a free kit of all the fun folds that I'm creating this week. Now, let's get ourselves down to the desk. I'm not going to chatter on anymore. I'm so excited. I'm bursting with at the seams. Whenever I get to this stage with earning the trip, I get so excited, because you don't actually ever feel like, well, not that it's not going to happen, but it's just a real achievement when you do it, because I can tell you there's 0.1% of the people that are with Stampin' Up demos actually earn these trips. So out of, there's about 55,000 demos in the world. There's only about 400 of us that earn it. So that goes to show how many people. And I need to tell you, we work very, very hard to earn these trips. All right. Now, I'm going to use this free celebration paper this morning. So this is the celebration paper that you can earn for free when you place a $100 order or more. So I've actually got this piece out here, and I don't know. I'll get this scrap out. I don't know whether I'm going to use this side of it or this side of it, but you can actually be the person that chooses. Like, I'm going to have a vote on this today, because I got it out to use this side And then I seen the reverse side and I was like, well, I like that side too. So so I was like, I don't know. So anyway, we will work out what side of the paper we're going to use, because I'm going to use Shy Shamrock in the as the contrast layer. So to give you a bit of an idea, let's get a piece here. So I've gone ahead and cut a few pieces beforehand. So do I want to have layers looking like this? So do we want the pink side or do we want the Shy Shamrock side? Tell me what you think. I'm going to do a white card base. So it's either going to be that. Let's do this one here or this. So type it into the comments. Pink, or you can type SS. So you can type pink or SS. SS will be Shy Shamrock. Pink will be, Matthew said he loves the floral side. So I'm assuming that you like the pink side. Yeah. Okay. So we've got 1 for Shy Shamrock. We've got 3 for pink. Okay. Keep typing into the comments and let me know. Now, the other thing is, if you like and share my video and then come back and type liked and shared in the comments, you will also go into a draw. On Friday, I will be drawing a winner of a nice product surprise. So we've got Shy Shamrock, pink, 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 4. We've got 3. Pink got it. Okay, pink got to 5 first. And then everyone started with the Shy Shamrock at the end. But anyway, pink got it first. So we're going to do the pink side, okay? It got to 5 first. Now, I'm actually going to use this gorgeous Memorable Blooms stamp set and the dies this morning. Now, this one is going to give you the true look of a floating hexagon card. So, so yesterday I did this one here that goes flat and goes into an envelope, but it's sort of not real high. I wanted to do it the other way, that it was going to be the hexagon shape, but the other way. So this morning I got myself together and I worked out the measurements to actually do it the opposite way. So bear with me, because I've got bits and pieces everywhere here, because I was madly trying to cut these pieces just before I got on. So, and trying to work out my measurements and things to actually be able to cut the pieces. But anyway, I think I've got every bit that I'm supposed to have. I will soon see. We may swap them around like we did in the other one. We may swap them around. We may use the reverse side in some of it, so we can get the best of both worlds. But we'll have a look and see what it looks like when we do it, because I like to, with this, I like to actually sit the pieces on there and just see what it's going to look like, to give myself a bit of an idea of what it's actually going to look like. So I'm just marrying up all of those pieces. Now, for the people that like the measurements, I'm going to pop the measurements up here. So this is the measurements of today. The Shy Shamrock goes not only in the pink line there, but it also goes down into the white line, because I ran out of space. It only allows you to put so many characters in the pink line. So I ran out of space up there. So I had to actually end up putting the rest of it down at the bottom. But that is the measurements for the card. So as I said, I will share this again at the end of the video. You did the vertical one for your newest grandchild last week? Yeah. So, I mean, I've just organized my own measurements, and it was just so that I could make it that it was still like 4 1/4 inches wide. So I've done it the 5 3/4 inches high, which is my normal height of my card, but I wanted it to still be able to go into an envelope and fit into an envelope. So I think you're going to love this one as well. So please either take a screenshot of those measurements, or possibly oh, what have I done there? Oh, no, that's all right. Take a screenshot of the measurements, or possibly just pause the video on replay to come back and get those measurements, because I'm going to pop them down, because they get in the road of everything that I'm doing. So we don't want to have all those measurements across the there. So so thank you everyone for liking and sharing my videos. That helps me so much, and it's been amazing since I've been asking people to do that, how much my videos are getting out there. So it really helps me get my crafting videos out to more people. So thank you. Like from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate everybody that likes and shares. And as my response back, I want to put you all in a draw so that you can win something. Now, for international viewers, you can still win a prize. You will win a card, handmade card from me, only because it's Stampin' Up rules and I can't send product outside of Australia. So that's the only reason that I can't send a prize to you. All right, so let's get rid of those measurements because we want to get into this. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. So along the long side, I'm going to do the scoring and the cutting of this on here with you today so that you can understand how this goes together. So for the scoring, we are going to score. So this piece here is cut at 5 3/4 this way and 9 1/2 inches that way. And we are going to score at 1 1/4. So there, 1 1/4, 3 inches, 4 1/4, 5 1/2 inches, 7 1/4 inches, there, and 8 1/2 inches. Okay, so that was 1 1/4, 3 inches, 4 1/4, 5 1/2, 7 1/4, and 8 1/2 inches. Okay. Now, we're going to rotate it and we're going to put, the piece that's got the smallest edge, which was that piece there, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, so the smallest edge here, I mean, it's like minutely smaller. One is 1 1/4 inches wide, and this one here is like about 7/8 of an inch wide, or about 3/4 of an inch wide. So we're going to put the smaller size there, and we're going to come down, and it's very hard to see this, but we're going to come down. I've done it on here. So we've got the smaller edge up here. I'm going to come down. I'm going to come down to that 4th score line. Okay, so this is my template. It's not the right size, but this is my template. We're going to come down to that 4th score line. Just want to double check I did my first scoring at the right size. I've got that at 1 1/4 there. 1 1/4. Yes, I did. Okay. All right. So we're rotating that around. We're going to take it to our 1 1/4 inch mark over here on the side. And we're going to score down to that 4th score line. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here's my 4th score line. It's very hard to see on white, but I've got it at 1 1/4 inches over here. I'm going to score down to that 4th score line. I'm going to stand up so I can see that score line. So right there. Okay, so I've done right down to that 4th score line. Then I'm going to move it over this way to 1 1/4, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut right down to that 4th score line, which is here. Okay, so I've got that happening there. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back to that score line, which was 4 1/4 over here. I'm going to then take my blade and I'm going to cut that piece out in the middle. You can do this with scissors. If you feel like you will do it better with a pair of scissors, you can totally do it with scissors, but I'm happy to do it there on my trimmer. Okay, so we don't need this piece. This piece is going to be removed. So we physically don't need this piece. This is a little bit different to what I did yesterday, because yesterday I used some tabs to be able to connect this piece, the front to the back. Today I'm actually using the tabs that are already still connected on our card. All right, so now I'm going to grab my really gross bone folder here because I still haven't found the good one, and I'm going to score all of those score lines, and we're going to score all the same way. So every score line, we're going to score it all going in the same direction. And this is what creates our hexagon shape for us. And on that cut line there, we're going to score those two pieces. And then, of course, I'm going to just turn it over to do these ones. We're going to score that one. We're going to score that one. And we've done them all. Okay. Now, one of the main things here is to make sure that you score these really, really well. Some people like to score them both ways, like to burnish them both ways. So you can actually bend them back the other way so it bends really well. So I'm assuming that with this one, because this one really collapses really well, sits really flat, bends really easy. So I'm assuming that my team member actually scored them both ways. I'm assuming that she scored them that way and this way. Okay, if that makes sense, you can actually score them both ways if you want it like that. I'm actually not going to. Now, these two pieces here are going to fold in and be our flaps that fold in like we had yesterday. And then, of course, we're going to get our card that's going to sit like that hexagon shape. Okay, all right. So now is the choice that we need to work out how we're going to have these pieces, and are we going to do the reverse sides? Okay, so we can do that. We could do this in here. So I'm just going to see what we think about this in here. So let's just see what it looks like. So if I can get them to stay in there. Okay, so we've got that, that, and that. And then, of course, we can do this piece that way. We can do these pieces here like this. So what are your thoughts? Do you think we should use both sides? Type it in the comments and let me know. Should we use both sides? And then, of course, the patterned piece would be here again. Do we want to use both sides of that patterned paper? What are your thoughts? Or if we want to see more of that pink, we could do them the other way. Matthew's saying he likes the alternates. Okay, so while we're working that out, I'm just going to glue those pieces on. Well, not glue them on. Deborah's saying both sides. Julie's saying that looks nice. Okay. Corinne says she likes the pretty paper. Glenda's saying both sides. I think both sides is going to be the choice. I'm just gluing the pink ones on at the moment. Okay, both sides has got it because everyone has voted for both sides so far. Yep, both sides have got it. Okay, so we are going to use both sides. I need to get my glue that's the right glue. That's the right one. All right. So all I'm doing now is gluing these intricate pieces. Now, if you didn't want it to be this fiddly, you may not want to glue, you may not want to put a contrast piece on it. I mean, I put contrast layers on everything I do. It's just me. It's the way I do things. I physically just don't like just straight designer series paper straight on my card. It's just the way I am. So, but it's up to you how you want to do this, whether you want to do those. If you don't want to do the contrast layer, then you would cut your designer series paper to the cardstock size that I have in those measurements. Okay, so you won't actually cut the designer series paper to the same. I would just swap out the designer series paper measurements with the cardstock measurements. I would just cut it the cardstock measurements because that's going to fit on your card really nicely. All right, so we have that one there. We have this one here. This fun fold is so easy. Once you've got the measurements, it is so easy to put together. It's quick and easy. This one's going to look really, really different though, because we are going to do that floating element on the inside. I was actually thinking about doing butterflies with this. My thought process was using the butterfly set. But I have another card that I want to do with the butterfly set that looks like the butterflies are floating. So I physically thought that I would save the butterflies. I thought I'll do this with flowers today first. Okay, so I'm now going to glue that piece in there. The only one piece that I'm not going to glue in on my card base is, of course, this piece here, because that's where my other pieces are going to attach. So I'll wait and I'll do that after I've attached those two anchor points, and then I will attach that piece. So I like to be able to put my layers on here when it's nice and flat, because it's easier to glue your layers on than when you've got it all glued together. Okay, so I'm now going to pop these pieces over here. This one's going to go on the top, in the middle. This one's going to go on the bottom in the middle. So once you've got all your cutting done, assembling this card is pretty quick. Good morning, Linda. That's okay. The fact that you always use the contrast cardstock. Corinne, what Corinne's saying something about me using the contrast cardstock. The beauty of our products is too that I think it goes that way. These pieces are level, so I'm trying to make sure I've got the flowers going up the right way. So we'll do that one there, and I think that's the way the flowers should be going. It's very hard with these flowers to know which way they're supposed to be going up, but I think that looks all right. And I'm using that liquid glue as well to be able to maneuver them around and make sure that I've got them exactly where they are. Okay. So when you're sharing the video, you also need to hit that like button. So we need to make sure that you're liking the video and sharing and typing both liked and shared into the comments for me, please. Because I am going to type in my comment picker the people that say liked and shared. Yeah, okay. So it looks great with the contrast cardstock. And I just think it just brings out your cardstock. It just brings out your designer series paper so much better. Okay, so now what I'm actually going to do with these, I'm going to miter these ones in once again because I just like the look when you actually wedge those out. So I'm just going to take a wedge off there to my fold line and a wedge off there to my fold line. Same thing on this one. And the only reason I do that is so that we don't have any cardstock that wants to protrude up or below our layers there. Okay, so just taking a little wedge out just like that. Okay, so it's just taking those corners off. Matthew agrees. Yeah, the contrast layer just makes it look so much better. All right, so now what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to apply some liquid glue onto these tabs. And then I'm just going to fold them in. And the reason why I'm putting the liquid glue on like this and then I'm just going to fold them in is because I want to know that it's definitely going to fold flat when it goes in the envelope. So this is a really important part, that you fold that in without getting glue all over you. And then you just fold it down flat like that. Okay, so then that makes you know that it's definitely going to lay flat in your envelope. Okay, so I'm going to do that one, and then I'm going to try and flip this one in without getting glue on me as well, and like that. Okay, so we've got both of them. We're laying them down flat. So as you can see, the reason why I've left this piece here, this one here that I've got out here, is so that I can then slide it in, and it's going to cover up those anchor points that we've got on the sides here. All right, so once we've let that take hold, we now have our gorgeous hexagon card, and then we will add that piece to the inside, and that's going to cover up where we've got those tabs and finish off decorating the base. So you just slide it in like that, and because I've used the liquid glue, I like to just pop it in, use my fingers, and just slide it where it needs to be. Okay, and that looks pretty good. All right, so there we have our hexagon card all decorated. So that's easy. Like, honestly, I want to, hopefully by the end of this week, I want you all to think it is not hard to make a fun fold card. All right, now I do have, and I put them, where did I put them? Oh, I had some, there they are. Okay, so I do have these sheets. Now, these are out of one of my stamp sets. So this one's actually the right height. So these are the clear acetate sheets. Now, for anyone that wants to know how you find these, I'll open up that brand new stamp set that I'm, oh, where did I put it? There it is there. So if you missed the beginning of this video, for anyone that places an order, for the person that places an order with me online from now until whenever, I am so close to earning the incentive chip that the next order is probably going to put me over the line. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's already happened. But for the next person that places the order for the $150 to get the free card kit, I think will put me over the line. So, so for the person that actually places the order, I'm going to give away this free stamp set. So this free stamp and die set. Okay, so here you can see this is a brand new stamp set. We have a thin layer of a clear sheet, a thin one, and then we have this thick one that our stamps are all stuck to. Now, the way our cases are designed, they're designed that we stick our stamps, we can stick our stamps directly into our case, okay? So you can stick it to the inside of the case. So therefore, you won't need this thick backing sheet. So my thoughts are, if you don't have window sheets and you really want to try this card, maybe look in one of your photopolymer stamp sets and see if you can pull out one of those thick sheets and use it. Otherwise, we do have window sheets, and I do have that in the description of this video to purchase the window sheets. Now, the window sheets are perfect for it, and that's what I would normally use. But if you don't have the window sheets, you can cheat by using a piece of that that's already in your stamp sets. I know a lot of people, I actually had a person one day that wanted to make quite a few of these. Now, let me see. Let me just use my measurements here to see how wide that is. So that one is 1 3/4. So let's do this one. I'm going to do it 1 inch wide because we really only need something to be able to anchor things in the middle of this card. So let's just do it 1 inch wide. And that is actually going to slide down into our card like that. And it's going to create, if you can see that in the video there, it's going to create a place to be able to anchor our embellishments. And so then they're going to look like they're floating in the air. Okay, so butterflies would work perfectly, I'm telling you. They would work perfectly. Although, do we want to change this to butterflies? Or do I have the no, I don't know where they are. No, I'm going to stick to my plan. Okay, so we have that. So I'm actually going to use some of these flowers that are in this set. And I'm going to, so remind me that my clear bit is in, actually, you know what? I'm going to stick the clear bit in now so it's done. So I'm going to use, my double-sided, actually, you know what? I'm just going to use Seal Plus because Seal Plus will do it. Where did I put that clear bit there? Okay, Seal Plus is going to do it. So I'm just going to grab one of my silicone mats to be able to do this. Okay, I'm just going to add some Seal Plus on there and some Seal Plus on there. Now, we need it to be on the top side. Whoops, and I missed that there. Whoop, go again. Okay, we need it to be on the top of our acetate sheet, and we need to stick it behind this here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it right down to the bottom here. I'm going to glue that there like that. It's going to be in the middle. Okay, just going to pop that there, and I'm going to flatten my card and push it down. Okay, so we now have that clear sheet that's in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to bring in some white cardstock, and we are going to stamp some of these flowers, and we're going to do a bit of coloring. So I don't know how many flowers I want. I don't know whether I want to just do this. I think I'm just going to do the small flowers. I don't think I'm going to do the large. I think I'm going to do the small flower like that, and I'm going to do the leaf flower. I mean the leaves. Now I apologize because I don't have the backs on my stamps. I have one back on the stamp, but I don't have the backs on the other. I do have it on the big flower as well. Okay. So I'm just going to mount those up onto a block, and let's do this because I want to stamp a couple of them. So let's just go like that on my block. Okay. So I'm going to use my smoky slate for my coloring. So I'm going to ink up. So this is a cheating way when you want to stamp multiple. I've just put the 2 stamps on the one ink pad on the one block, and then I can stamp down like that because I don't know how many of these I'm going to use. I want to be able to decorate it and have it look really, really pretty. But normally when I'm doing something like this, I would tend to, I'm going to do it there again. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do it there because these die cut out. So I'm just going to keep inking up. Will I do 3? I mean, 3 are probably enough. Let's just do 4 to be on the safe side. Just because you never know. You never know what you might want. All right, so I've got a sheet there of some stamps. Now, I'm going to bring in my blends, and I think I'm going to do, what have I got? Pretty in Pink, I think, is one color that I'm going to use. I mean, I could use, I've got Summer Splash. I feel like I want to use Summer Splash as the green, or I want to use, we'll have a look. Summer Splash is pretty. I don't know. I feel like this is more Summer Splash than Shy Shamrock. But anyway, we will use those. And we could even use maybe some Smoky Slate. Where have I got that? What's this one? Smoky Slate. We've got light. Where's my dark Smoky Slate? Grey Granite. This is dark Smoky Slate. There. Maybe that one. No. I've got light Smoky Slate everywhere. And dark Smoky Slate. Okay, so I've got light and dark there. So let's just try with this color combination. I would probably even just go with Smoky Slate and the pink. What do you think? I'm going to start on the flowers for a start. So when I'm using my blends, I like to use the light first. So I'm going to go through and do the light, pretty, and pink. Now, people that are using blends, you have to be really careful about the tips of your blends. If you go too heavy-handed with the tips of your blends, you can actually ruin those tips. So can you see that I'm actually coloring using the side of this brush? I'm actually not using the tip. I'm not using it like a typical marker. I'm actually just using the side. Sometimes I tend to like to use this end, because sometimes I've got more control. So, you know, when you're coloring, sometimes it's easy just to use that end. The beauty of the blends is no matter what brush, like no matter what strokes you're using, it's like butter on the cardstock. It just blends and goes nice and smooth. So it doesn't matter whichever tip that you want to use. It doesn't matter use whatever you feel comfortable with, because it physically yeah, it smooths out on the cardstock. Now, the Stampin' Right markers that are in our joining offer at the moment. So, as you know, we are nearly through our celebration period, which is sad. I mean, I love celebration every year. It's the best time with Stampin' Up every year. And sadly, the joining offer will be finished by the end of February. So if you've been thinking about getting that joining offer, then by all means, make sure you jump on and get it done. Don't leave it till the last minute, because I can tell you the people that leave it till the last minute, something happens and there's an issue, and it always seems to end on a weekend, although the 28th is actually a Friday, so we should be right. But it always seems to end on a weekend, and then when there's issues, and then the time ticks over and the offer's gone. So you don't want that to happen. But we have 2 offers where you can get the Stampin' Right markers. Now, Stampin' Right markers are totally different. If you're coloring and trying to use the Stampin' Right markers here, you'll find that you will get brush marks, and you will be able to see where you've colored, because they're more like, if you can imagine, I mean, we used to call them texters when we were at school, or felt pens, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. But they're more like that. So you'll find that you will actually see where you've colored, where our blends are beautiful. They disperse on the cardstock so nice, and they actually just spread. And so even when you're doing your coloring, you got to make sure that you don't go right to the line. Always sort of stop a little bit short of the line, because the blends will spread a little bit further. So if you want to stay within the lines, my suggestion is not to go right to the edge of the line, just fall short, like not even a millimeter. I mean, like a smidge. That's the only thing I can say, a smidge, because just doing that smidge shy of the line, make sure that it will actually stay in between the lines. So even with this nib end, I'm still using the side. I just find that it's easier to see where your lines are, and be able to color. So what I do is I like to lay down a light version first. Okay, so we've got the Pretty in Pink. I think I'm going to use Smoky Slate I think I'm just going to use light Smoky Slate. All right, so to add a bit of contrast here, I'm going to use my dark in the center. So I'm going to bring the dark Pretty in Pink into those centers and just give the centers of the flowers just a deeper, darker look. And then what I will do is blend it out a little bit with the light. So I'm just going dark in that middle, just to give the middle of the flowers that little bit more extra depth and have a bit of contrast. And then what I do is, once I've done the center like that, I then go back with my light and I do little tiny circles just to blend it where that dark line meets the light. And that's as easy as it is with blends. Like if you are struggling with blends, you physically just need to remember that you lay your light down first. I mean, everyone does things differently, but I lay the light down first. Then what I do is I go through where the light and the dark meet with little tiny circular motions, and I just blend it out into that light area. And you will not see the definite blending until it dries properly. So give it time to dry. I think a lot of people tend to panic, and then when they're doing it and they're not waiting for it to dry, so then they're going over it more, and then they're ending up in a mess. So the idea is to be patient with the blends. Oh, you had a Nat card craze. Well, I'm glad you're up and you can watch. Yeah, so Linda said that she likes the idea of the 2 stamps on the one block, and it does. It actually saves you. So now I'm actually going to use I'm going to use the other end. This is my light Smoky Slate, correct? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to use my light Smoky Slate, and I'm going to color my leaves with my light Smoky Slate. I'm thinking I could probably, I don't know whether I have anything, anything that I can do a bit of darker pink in the middle. Anyone's suggestion on a color for the blend to actually add a little bit more color in the middle of my flowers, or will I just leave them the way they are? They're looking nice. Maybe I'll just leave them the way they are. So, as I said, just take your time with the blends and give them time to dry so that you can see the full effect. Now, even though I've stamped in Smoky Slate and I'm now using the Smoky Slate blends, I can still see the detail of that stamp. So I can still see the vein of the leaves. Okay. I might use a Shy Shamrock as those little pieces on the leaves, and that way it'll give us a little bit of green happening in there. What are your thoughts? The little tiny pieces here, do you think I should do them in Shy Shamrock? Or will I stick with the Smoky Slate? I love doing flowers pink and grey. I don't know what it is. Pink and grey just gets me. I love the look of pink and grey together. Okay, let's do some of these flowers. I mean, some of these leaves, so you can see what it looks like. And I might even bring in my color lifter just to add a little bit more contrast to this again. We'll see. Okay, there. Oh, I was a bit eager there and went outside the lines. Matthew said he loves Shy Shamrock. What about some grey dots in the center of the flowers? Great idea, Margaret. I could do that. Sounds like a plan. That actually might bring the center of the flowers out a little bit more. Let's try that. Oh, yeah. Very much so. Where the dots already were. Just brings a bit more detail back into the flowers, doesn't it? Great idea, Margaret. See, this is why I have you watching, so that you can give me these wonderful ideas. Ah, it just brings out. It just brings out that the center of the flowers. Great idea, Margaret. So glad you suggested that. Let's just try one lot of the leaves with the Shy Shamrock, and we will see what you think. I'll just color all of these. I don't actually think I need this many, but who else out there likes to do a lot of embellishments, and then that way you can pick and choose? Even if you don't use them all, you can pick and choose how many you want to use. Sometimes I used to always design cards where I used to be the other way. I used to go, okay, well, now I think I want to put a flower there. So I'd stamp a flower and I'd die cut it out and I'd put it there. And then I go, no, now I think it needs a bit more. And so then I'd add something else. Where I remember designing some classes for one of my retreats. And I was like, it was when I was living with mum and dad. So, I mean, time was really I had a hard time trying to get things done because, of course, living with your parents, they want you to do things like, just come here for a minute, like, and so my time was getting divided compared to what it normally would be if I was working and living on my own. And anyway, I was designing these classes for retreat, and I was like, it was coming up to retreat, and I had to design 3 classes like quite quickly. I had to make sure that week I did the 3 classes. And so what I actually did was I just used the stamp set, and I made a whole heap of embellishments, and I used the dies, and I cut a whole heap of dies. And then when I went to design the cards, I had a color scheme, and I just used all of the embellishments that I had, and I just placed them around, and that's actually how I designed the front of the card. So I didn't actually cut and stamp the embellishments as I was going. I actually did it all beforehand, and then it was nice. I could place them on, and I could say, do I want to use this one? Do I not want to use that one? You have Nancy says that she has extras in a divided box and keep it handy. Exactly. And I mean, like, even with the extras that I've got here, I can physically cut them out, die cut them out, and I can put them in just one of our cello bags, our clear envelopes that we have to pop our cards in. I can just pop one of those envelopes inside my stamp set, and then when I actually get the stamp set out to create something, there's already embellishments colored and cut out, ready to go. So so always think when you're actually designing things, just cut some extras, because you never know, later on when you want to do a quick, easy card, you can open up that stamp set and you'll have extra embellishments there ready to go that you can just grab out and use whenever you want. So if you're in a hurry to make a card, there's already pre-cut design things there for you. You just need to cut the card base and assemble it together. All right, so this is the last leaf in Smoky Slate. So we will try a little bit of the, I mean, I'm in 2 minds. I could do pool party. I could do little pool party ones there, and that would change the look of it as well. So I could do pool party, or I could do shy shamrock. Let's grab some pool party just in case. My pool party is my go-to when I want something nice and what can I say? Nice and subtle. Sometimes the pool party is the way to go. So let's try one with pool party down here, and we'll see how that looks. So pool party, you may not see this on video, but pool party is just enough to give it a hint of color and not be too overpowered. So we'll see if that works. Or we will give the shy shamrock a go and see what you think there. And these are tiny little bits. Okay, so that's the pool party look. Okay, it might be hard to see in the video, but it's just given it a hint of color, not too overpowering. Or we can go, is this a light? No, that's dark summer splash. We'll go light summer splash there. And we'll try the light one up here. I feel like this might be too much, or you might like it. Let's have a vote on it. Actually, summer splash is not bad. It's still having that nice pastel look. It's actually not bad. Type it in the comments what you think, whether you think the summer splash looks better than the pool party. I can always go over the pool party one with summer splash if we decide on summer splash. Okay. There's one with our summer splash. What do you think? Summer splash or the pool party? Type it in the comments and let me know. I will look for the dies while we're finding out. So Summer Splash or Pool Party? Which one? Okay. Oh, the dies are sitting just below it. They're normally in my stamp set. There's this gorgeous die here. I don't know. Should we do one of these? Look. We need that. And, well, we need the whole lot to be able to cut it out. Oh, let's see. Yeah, should we cut one of them out and see if it's going to look all right in the thing? So Summer Splash, Summer Splash. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Summer Splash. Okay, so Summer Splash it is. Oh, we've got a nice leafy image here. Okay, so I've just got excited now that I've opened the dies up to see what I'm going to do. So we need this one here for that flower, and we need that one there for the leaf. Okay, so we will colour with the Summer Splash to get that happening. Sorry, it's going to be a bit of a longer video today with all this colouring, isn't it? I should have prepared one before. But anyway. Okay, I'll try and do it quickly. So just remember, if you place an order for $150 or more using my host code this week up until the 18th of February 2025, you will earn yourself a free kit for all 5 fun folds that I'm doing in my fun fold series this week. So just jump on, use that host code, pop your order in. And if you are the lucky person, I should check my emails to see if anyone's done an order. If you're the lucky person that has actually ordered to put me across the line to earn the Alaska incentive trip, you will get that beautiful the birthday celebrations stamp and die set for free sent out to you for being that order that means so much. I am so close to earning that incentive trip. Like, it would be nice for me to be able to celebrate today. Okay, so we've got that, and I'll go over the pool party ones here because we decided for the Summer Splash. I like the light Summer Splash. I think it just gives it that little bit more color. My pool party is my go-to, but Summer Splash might be my second. It might be my second favorite when it comes to doing beautiful pastel flowers. Pinks and grays and pool party. I mean, sometimes Lost Lagoon is nice too for the greenery, rather than the old olive or the mossy meadow, you know, those typical real strong, bold greens. Sometimes it's nice when you're looking for a nice soft green. Okay, well, look at that. Aren't they just gorgeous? Look at that. So, so being able to color with your blends, it just takes your crafting to a whole new level. All right, so I'm feeling like we could possibly cut this out of white. Do we think we will cut this out of white and pop that in the background here, and then we'll put the other flowers over the top? What do you think? Let's cut this out of white first, and we'll see what that looks like on there. You all know me. I craft on the fly, so we will cut out all these with the cut and emboss. Okay, so let's grab some white cardstock. Will it fit on that? Now, this white cardstock has some folds and things in it, but it's totally okay. Once I run it through the die cutting machine, you're not going to know. All right, so we're putting those two dies together to be able to get this piece cut out. So let's do that. So I'm just going to pop that through. Oh, I should have put a leaf on there as well, but anyway. So let's pop that through. Now, just remember, when we are using cardstock and dies and things, if you've already like scored your cardstock and you're thinking, I'm not going to use that, I'll waste it. Now look at this. Just want to show you this. Look at this. Okay, so this is super cute. Okay, now I need to put that centerpiece back on because I didn't cut that out totally the way it needs to be. So let's run that through again. All right, now these, I'm going to run that through a second time, and I'm changing the orientation of it this time to go through my machine, because when I got it out, I noticed that it hadn't cut through totally on that flower part, because there's a lot of intricate flower in this die. So I'm running it through a second time, and that's much better. Can you see that? Now it's much better. It's cut it out really well. Now with the die brush, I normally like to run the die brush over it when you've got your die still in there, and that gets a lot of those bits and pieces out, and then we can physically pull that out. Look how pretty this looks. Oh, I love that. That is such a lovely die. Look at that. Okay, so there you go. Look at that. Gorgeous. So that can sit on the middle. Oh, look at that. Yep, we're definitely going to use that for sure. Okay, now we have to work out how we're going to do the rest of this. So let's pull that out of the way. Now, the other thing that I was going to check out as well. No, that's all right. Okay, so let's remove that and put that in the garbage bin. Okay, now let's get these other coloured images cut out. So we've got the flower, there, yep, there, and the leaf, which we may be able to do this one over here. Okay, I probably should use some washi tape on this, but I'm just going to trust it. You know me. Hold your tongue right and hope it works. When you put the plate down, if you put the plate down nice and softly, it should stay where it's supposed to be, and cut it out. Hold your breath, everyone. The negative space, she said, would make a great background. Yep. Says Lynn. Okay, so we've got 2 there. I'm not going to cut all these out because I don't think I need all these. I think I was being a bit overzealous, but I didn't really know what I was going to do with my colouring and stuff. I'll cut these out later. Yes, memorable bloom, sweet. Margaret? Was it Margaret that said this? Oh, no, Margaret said that she's got it. Sheila's saying that, oh, Sue, you were asking what it is. Yes, memorable blooms. It is called memorable blooms. It was one set that I had my eye on, and I don't know what happened with my ordering, but each time I ordered, I didn't order it, and I had no idea why I didn't order it. So recently, this is the first time I've played with it one other time. Now, once again, being a bit overzealous there, thinking that that's going to stay there, we can hope. I mean, for God's sake, someone give the girl some washi tape so we don't have to do this. And I have washi tape somewhere here. I got some out the other day to be able to put on my things, but let's see if we can get that. We can get that. We've done it. It's all good. It's all good. We've got it in place. Okay, so I think I'm just going to I might do one more flower, just in case I need one more flower. But I think as far as the leaves, I think we've got enough. And I want to put some white leaves, I think. So let's do one more flower. Oh, well, while we're going, we may as well do the leaves as well, because we've got to put it through anyway. So let's one more go. Let's see if we can get these ones over here. So we've got that, like that, and the flower just there like that. We will hold our breath and put our plate on again. Like that. Okay. You need this bundle, Jill? Will I be getting a phone call after my video? I'm just kidding. All right, so let's do that and that. It's gorgeous. It absolutely is gorgeous. But I also want to cut. I found that other leaf die. Where did I put that? I want to cut that. Now, do I want to do that in... Oh, see, now I would possibly do it in Summer Splash, not in... I don't know. I'm probably going to try. Let's try white. We might try white. Let's try that. This is going to be one of those cards, I think. It's going to have so much on it. I would like a couple of the white, but I don't know whether I've got enough room to do another white one there. Do I or don't I? I have another piece of basic white here. Let's do that. Let's do this one. I love a leafy foliage die, honestly. You get me every time when we get dies like this, because I'm telling you, it is, they are so good for embellishing. Look at that. So good for embellishing. Maybe I might do another one. Do I want to do green ones? I don't know. I think I might like to keep it white. Silver. I haven't got silver at the moment. Oh, no, I haven't got silver here at the moment, so can't do silver. Sorry. All my foil cardstock is out in my craft studio out the back. All right, so let's see what we have here. We have this gorgeous die here. Oops. Oh, no, that's the right way. Okay, let's get rid of some of those little bits and pieces. So we have this gorgeous die here. Beautiful. We have this gorgeous leaf. I'm sort of like, oh, do I want to put it that way? And do I want to put the flowers? Oh, the crafty cat is in the house. The crafty cat has decided to make an entrance. Now, where am I going to put my white pieces? I want these white pieces to be in here. They definitely need to be in here. So let's put that maybe in underneath there. Oh, yes. And a nice piece coming out from underneath there. We might cut that and make it come in under there. Oh, look at that. Do I need another one of these leaves? Do I need this leafy piece coming in from under there as well? This is like a dry run, people. This is how you work out where you're going to put those. Oh, yes. That's looking pretty. What do you think? Sheila said, hello, Theo. Do I want another piece? I'm going to hide that if I put another piece there. Oh, I like that. I don't want to hide this too much. I want that to be able to stand out. Okay. Now, sometimes when you've got this, it's nice to take a photo of that so you can then look at the photo. So we could go and take a photo, and then I can bring up my photo and sit it beside me, and I can look at the way I've got that embellished. Okay. So doing something like that helps you. When you're doing the dry run, it actually helps you, be able to, it helps you to be able to reorganize that, that arrangement again. So by adding that, and I can actually, with that, I can actually like bring it up bigger so I can work out exactly where I have everything sitting. And then I can pull that apart and then I can reorganize that layer by layer. So of course, when you're doing an embellishment like this, you need to be able to dissect it and you need to be able to pull it apart and work out by pulling it apart what layer you're going to put on first. Okay, so by having that photo sitting beside me, I can then go in and I can pull it all apart. I can then gradually put things back together, one go at a time, to be able to reassemble it again. So once I've got that sitting beside me, I'm going to now pull all these apart, because I know that I have to put this piece on first. Okay, so that's the first piece. That's the main thing. I have to put this piece on first, have to put this piece on next. All right, so I'm going to add a tiny little bit of liquid glue, just along the top and the bottom of that piece. Okay, so just along the top and the bottom of that piece with my glue, when my glue decides to come out. Have I got the wrong glue? Is this my glue? I think I picked up the wrong bit of glue, wrong glue container. There and there. Okay. And I'm going to lay that with my liquid glue onto that acetate sheet. Okay. Now, I'm also going to use liquid glue on this piece. And I'm going to pop that. Now, remember, this has got to stay in the confines of our card. So I need to have it that when it's going to lay flat, that it's still going to stay in the confines of my card. So I'm just going to have that piece right there like that. Okay. These pieces here, I'm then going to assemble. We're going to have one coming out here. And because I'm putting a fair bit of liquid glue on here, I can just lay those there like that. And then I'll be able to glue the other piece on top, because that glue will eventually take hold. Now, I'm going to pop that flower up because I think that flower would look really, really nice up on dimensionals. So let's grab some of them out. And we will pop dimensionals on the back of that flower. And we will pop that up on here. Okay, so I have some exciting news, people. I have just checked, because I'm a little bit excited about this, but I have just checked and I have just received an online order from Catherine French. So Catherine, if you are on my live video at the moment, Catherine French is the winner of this gorgeous birthday celebration stamp set, because guess what, people? I just earned Alaska. So you are here watching right at the very moment. Catherine French has just placed that order that will actually get me over the line, and I have actually just earned the Alaska incentive trip with Stampin' Up. So there you go. I can't believe that. So I had an email notification and I'm like, what's that email notification? Oh, I just got an online order And thank you, Catherine French. That has put me over the line for earning the Alaska incentive trip. So there you go. This is real time happening. Okay, so there you go. Okay, that's amazing. So congratulations, Catherine French. If you are watching my video, please let me know. Type into the comments here, say hello. Let me know. If not, please email me with some details, because congratulations, you have done the order that has got me over the line. Amazing stuff. So wow, I'm going to be on top of the world today, aren't I? So there you go. All right, let's get back to this this card. We need to finish the card. That's a little bit exciting, you know. I know that people say, but you earn these trips. But it's still exciting. Every single time that I earn it, it's still exciting. Every single time that I'm on that finishing line, just about ready to earn that trip, it's still really, really exciting. All right, so this piece here, I want to bring it down here a little bit and over that way, but I don't want it protruding, because you can see here in my photo, it actually protruded up above my flower, and I didn't want that to be protruding up there. So thank you everyone for congratulating me. Thank you. It's so exciting. All right. Okay. Now, let me see what else I've got to have here. I've got to have this one coming out over there. So I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue there and add that one coming out through there. And, oh, thank you. Thank you, Colleen. Colleen's like, I'm so excited for you. I'm a bit excited. I actually messaged my daughter last night and I was like, I don't care that I'm not winning at bingo. Oh, my Lord. I was actually 60 CSV away from earning the trip, 60 CSV. And Catherine just put an order in for $120, and that actually got me over the line. So, so I don't know whether Catherine's even watching here, but yeah. If she is, congratulations. If not, I will be sending her a message when I get off here. All right. But anyone else, if you want to place an order, by all means, please place an order. All right. Nancy, you took 1,000 photos when you went to Alaska in 2008. Well, I'm so excited. I mean, Alaska has been on my bucket list for absolutely ever. All right, let's go. That one is sitting just there like that. Oh, don't need to see all my photos. Well, there you go. Look at that. Isn't that just stunning? Can you see how it looks like everything's floating in the middle? Absolutely floating. It's gorgeous. All right. And I'm floating on cloud 9 right now. All right, let's get back to this card. We have to finish this card. All right. You know, I think I don't want to overpower it too much with a sentiment, but let me see how you are awesome. I love that. I think that sounds really, really fantastic. You are awesome. So let me see if I can stamp you are awesome somewhere on this card, if I can get the backing off that. Okay, so let's grab a block. And lordy, lordy, do I only have that big block left? Surely not. Let's grab a block from over here. Okay. And, you know, I like just being able to earn these incentive trips. Honestly, it is such a bonus for all of our hard work to be able to earn these trips. And I can tell you, if everyone knew how hard we work behind the scenes, it is such a well-earned trip that we do. Now, let me see if we want to stamp that in. I like Summer Splash. So let me see if I want to stamp that sentiment in Summer Splash, or whether I want to stamp that sentiment in Pretty in Pink. So let's see whether we're going to do Summer Splash or we're going to do, let's try Pretty in Pink. Let's hope I clean that off properly. Yeah. Okay, let's try Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink's one of my favorite colors. I love pink. Who else loves pink? I love pink. All right. That and that. There we go. All right. Now, do I have a punch that will punch that out? Let me see. I'm thinking this punch. So, are we going to go? Oh, I'd like to do that and possibly stick it in underneath. I thought I could possibly do this. Stick it in under here. What are your thoughts about that? No, that's not going to work. I feel like I want to cut it down even smaller. Let's see. So are we going to do, sorry, I mean, are we going to do the Pretty in Pink or are we going to do the Summer Splash? And I thought I might cut it down. Fussy cut it? Yeah. Fussy cut it and nestle it in amongst the flowers could be good. I just thought maybe cutting it down so it's not so thick. Let's try this. I mean, there's probably no point me using the punch, but I like the look of that. Let's try this, the fussy cut. And you all seem to be going for the Summer Splash. So let's try, we'll fussy cut the Summer Splash one and see what we look like. Okay. All right. So we have this one. We could possibly just pop into this one. I don't know. I like this. What are your thoughts? I like that. I just think we can pop that on there and we're not covering up too much. We could do that or we could do the You Are Awesome there. The fussy cut just doesn't seem to, yeah. I think so too, Card Craze. Card Craze is saying that the pink brings out more of the pink that's in there. We can't really nestle it. Oh, we could nestle it up here. What are your thoughts? Left or right? We could put it in there. Look at that. You love the pink? We could put it in there. What are your thoughts about that? Putting it in there and it's floating. What do you think? All right. I think I'm going to go there. I think that's the place. Yeah, I think it's covering up too much of that. Agreed. Agreed, said Card Craze. She said it's covering up too much of the delicate piece. I think just there is perfect because it's really not covering up anything. It looks like it's floating, which is the whole idea of this, is to make it like a floating pink on an angle. Yeah. All right, I'm actually going to go there because it's not taking up too much of anything if I go there. So I'm going to add some Seal Plus on that. I'm going to slide it in there, in underneath that, and right there like so. Let's press that down. And there you go. Look at that. What do you think? And of course, we need to embellish. And yesterday I used those gorgeous, that could be another thing where they actually went. Those gorgeous smoky slate, or did I put them back? Maybe not. How about we use some of my favorite, my Drucy gems? You all know that these are my favorite. Now, do we want to use the gold Drucy gems or the silver? Gold or silver? Tell me, gold or silver? I just got a message from one of my team members. Hey, Donna, I had to drop off because of work. Got a special mention. Happy to place another order to be your number one for Alaska. And you know what? That's a team member of mine. Isn't it lovely? Like that you have team members. I know. Silver to go with the smoky slate. Okay. We're going to go silver to go with the smoky slate. All right. Now, these Drucy gems, I know I struggle with trying to get them off with my thing. So I'm going to, well, for a start, I'm going to pop one right there because you are awesome. And I'm going to pop another one on the other end of you are awesome because I just think that's just so cute. So let's do that because we want to get attention to the you are awesome. All right. Now, I think what I'm going to do is the smaller ones, I'm just going to use as centers in my flowers. So let's go here. This is a bit of an over-the-top card, I know, but sometimes we need to have these over-the-top cards because if we're going to send a card to someone to tell them how awesome they are, don't we want to have a card that's just out of this world? There. And there. Okay, and then, of course, what's going to finish it off is my spritzing of my wink of Stella. There's my wink. Let's do a bit of a spritz of some wink on there. Oh, I think I've got an empty one. Have I? Oh, no, there's some left. And we'll add some wink of Stella. Oh, wow. And the wink of Stella on that window sheet behind looks like glimmer and shine. I don't know whether you can see that in the video, but it looks like glimmer and shine on that window sheet as well. Well, there you go. There is card number 3 out of my Fun Fold series. So it can sit up like that, as you can see. But a really fun card. So that's the one that we did yesterday. So you can see the difference in the sizing here. Now, the one that I got the measurements off to start with this one was from Mixed Up Crafts because Mixed Up Craft is amazing. She does some beautiful fun folds. So does Iced Images. I mean, like those two people, I love them to death. Just they're from the UK and they just make some absolutely amazing cards. So that's where I got my inspiration from. And then I physically have done my own thing. And there you go. That's the 3 fun folds that we have done so far in this series. So if you place a $150 order or more with me through my online store, and I will just pop up that there. So that is the QR code to be able to place the order with me, or you can find my link in the description of this video, be it on YouTube, it's down in the bottom. On Facebook, it's up in the description of the video. You just have to see show more. Same with YouTube. Now, I've got a supply list of the products that I've used here today for that one. So if you want to recreate it, I'm telling you, that gorgeous set, Memorable Blooms, is an absolutely stunning bundle. And once again, I just want to thank each and every one of you that follows me, that is here religiously every time I go live, watching, commenting. I would not be doing this job if it wasn't for all of you, because I can tell you a big shout out to my team. My team are an awesome team of Wildheart Crafters all over Australia, and thank you so much to every single one of my team that has helped me along my journey to be able to earn these incentive trips. It has totally changed my world. I can tell you, joining Stampin' Up was the best decision I've ever done in my life. And it has actually got me through some really good times, but it's also got me through some really tough times. And I can tell you, without Stampin' Up in my life, I think I would be totally lost. I absolutely love hanging out with crafty people. My big why of why I do this job all the time is to be able to hang out with crafty people, to get people to be inspired, to get in their craft room and craft again, and to actually make people feel like they belong somewhere in a crafty community, and to make people's lives better. That is actually why I do this job. And I absolutely love what I do. I mean, all the hard work behind the scenes that goes into running my business, it is worth it when I hear that I have made someone's life better because they have put crafting, had added crafting into their life, or that I've given them a reason to get out of bed of a morning. That is my why. That is why I do this job. So I want to thank each and every one of you that has followed me, that has supported me, and to my awesome family that have got so much confidence in me and that support me so much. Thank you, each and every one of you. Thanks, everyone. I will be back tomorrow with another live video at 9 a.m. with another fun fold for the week. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.